Oh, g'day everyone. I'm Keeonra from Keeonra Music and welcome and thanks for hanging out. If you're new here, on my channel at the moment I'm doing mainly live streams of just some music that I'm doing to get more experience and learn more about composing and creating music. So if you like this kind of thing, do the bits down below, Cowbell and stuff. Check out my other videos on my channel too, and if you want to know when I'm streaming next, which will be in about 14 hours time, 12, 13, 14, it's late. It's late on a Thursday night here in Perth, Western Australia, where I'm streaming from, and it's been a long day. I can't count. My brain has gone to mush a little bit. How can I tell, you ask? All right, enough of that. It has been a day. There was. I just want to take a moment to say, if you or anyone you know is struggling a bit with anything in life and life itself, then call for help, get some help, counselling, therapy, talk to a friend, whatever's required, because a very influential artist passed away today, and it was very, very sad to hear. One of my heroes, and been listening to her songs all day, so rest in peace, Sinead O'Connor. And on that happy note, because she did have a great influence on many people around the world, let's talk about the influence of nature in music and how it can inspire us to create some ambient music. Now, ambient music, as a music psychology type person, tying in how music works with the brain, etc., I have been doing a bit of research on the topic of ambient music and that sort of thing. And it is fairly well researched that music can actually lower your breathing pace, slow your breathing, and also slow your heart rate. So music can become quite relaxing. Unless you're listening to happy, excitable music that is heavy metal and hi, Ashley, I noticed you there. Welcome. You are a heavy metal fan. I know that. So it's one of those things where relaxing ambient music can help you with study, become creative, help you to sleep, relax, all those sorts of things. And music that constantly changes and is upbeat and happy and faster will create this good and happy mood. So music can influence us in a lot of ways. So we're going to write a piece of music to go with a video clip that Guy Michelmore from Think Space Education did back in February on his YouTube channel. I have got the links to that one in the clicky bits below, so take a look at that and take a look at his YouTube video. He does have a link to a page where you just put your email address in, and then you can download this video clip and stems and the extended video of the tutorial, his YouTube video, so the extended version of that, to see how he did it. So one of the things that I took from his cue that he wrote for this piece of film, which was all about the starlings in England and how they come home to roost, sort of thing. They're sort of part of their breeding cycle per se is they just fly up in and gather in their tens of thousands in this one, in several spots, and it's quite amazing to see. And it's quite only happens a couple of times a year, I believe. So this is something that I think will be a bit of a challenge. But something very different. The one thing, the film does have a timestamp to it, so when I actually do the final version of this, I think, and put it up on my video, I'll just put a thing down the bottom saying that, This was original music by Keeonra, original video by Guy Michelmore from Think Space Education. It's good to acknowledge where acknowledgement should be given. All right, enough of the explanation. So check out Guy's video after this, not now, later. It's in below, and he has a link in the description in the clicky bits of his video. There's clicky bits everywhere. All right, so if I click on this clicky bit, we'll get to this clicky bit over here, and here we are. And here's one I prepared earlier. I actually spent some time, just for something completely different, and again, I'm going to create a template for ambient music. So there's a lot of genres I would like to write music for in the coming days, weeks, months and years. This is a long-term thing for me. And over time, slowly but surely, put my music out there. So I'm thinking that we first of all have a look at the video. Now there's no sound to it, so let's just have a look at it. There we go. And as I say, it does have the timestamp on it, so rather than having that there, I might remove it. But at least it only goes for a couple of minutes, but it is some footage that Guy actually took with his video camera. And one of the things that, if you've seen some of my previous videos about writing music to film and that sort of thing, I've done a lot of music for the QTube, excuse me, for the QTube videos, which if you join their Patreon, you can get them really cheap. I think it's equivalent of £1 a month, which is probably about $200 Australian. No, it's not. I think it works out to $2 something Australian, depending on the exchange rate. But yes, per month to get access to their entry level of their videos, and you can score to them. But in this video, Guy took this himself. I think it was Jake at Think Space Education. I've had a lot of discussions with Jake, or it might have been someone else. I can't remember. I think he has someone else do his video editing. But hi to Jake and Guy and the video editing person who did a lovely job. But I plan, and I am going to go out this Sunday with a friend and meet for coffee first, have some brunch, and hopefully it's not raining. Fingers very crossed. And I'll be creating some of my own nature videos to do some music to. So I'm hoping to do a series of those and maybe create them in a playlist, so you can sort of, if you want to study or relax or mindfulness or meditation or to go to sleep, then you can play the playlist of tracks and videos. How's that? It's pretty good, isn't it? That's nice. So that's the inspiration. Now we've got to come up with something. Now, I have listened to a lot of meditation, mindfulness, relaxing, ambient music over the years. And the only one that I have done and released is my chilled track, which you can, the clicky bits down below, you can find it. And I used one of my favourite instruments, which is the augmented grand piano. And it really inspired me to write that chilled music. I did it in basically an afternoon and released it that day. It was a day project. But I really like that piece of music, and it is nice and relaxing because I have played it for a member of the family when they were having trouble sleeping, and about halfway into the track they were sound asleep. So it works. Very happy with that. But yeah, so I have gone through and found several sounds, and I certainly don't need any percussion. This is supposed to be quite slow and serene and relaxing. Just get my keyboard out. This is quite nice instrument. Arturia is the company who has most of these that we're going to look at. Not all, but most of these. They're having a sale at the moment, 50% off, including the augmented grand piano. So it does sound really, really nice. Of course, the augmented grand piano has a lot of where is it? No. I want to look at all of them. Why won't I look at all of them? Explore. And the factory ones. Yeah, I want all of them. Where's all of them gone? So I've gone through and gone some liked ones, and I've got haven't got, that's for the pigments, but I have got my favourites here of many, but I was going to show you. If I can find them. Here it is. Over there. No, save as. Where's it gone? So you need practice in using the presets. There we go. Click on the name, you goose. There's all the presets. So if I move this over, there's like, it goes on forever. Like forever. Just there's hundreds of presets. So to go through them is a bit of a challenge, but realistically, you can search the presets. So if you wanted to search, for example, I went through and did ambient, and it's got filters, so we can do ambient, and we can also do atmosphere, and it comes up with that. And so there you go. So there's come up with some atmosphere options. So there's lots. There's just so many. There's over 300 or something. But I like, what was the one I went to? I liked ones. Space Grand, I think, for this one. It's got a really nice reverb, and it's just a gentle, soft felt type piano. So I think that'll be useful. Augmented strings, again, another Arturia product. So we'll just go through all the instruments that I've sort of chosen so far. And I've chosen one of my favourites. Again, this was in the chilled music and video, is Beautiful Swell. And it just sounds divine. I love it. I love it. I love it. And then I've got another augmented strings here because, again, it's Beautiful Swell, but I like to, I can't hear the piano. Oh, you can't either. What is going on? That should be working. Let me just check. Ah, haha. There is a little plug-in that I need to use, otherwise you can't hear a thing. That should fix it now. Thank you, Ashley. 1 week I mute the microphone, the following week. Do you know what happened actually? Hang on. Let's try that again. Now you should be able to hear it. Right, there we go. I should have checked the levels before. Yes, I set all this up earlier and then, or started setting it up, and then I updated Arturia, and because it had some downloads and update the little programmy thingy so you can update all your software and stuff, and it closed Cubase for me. So good. I'm glad you can hear that now. I'm such a noob. Anyway, that's okay. Pebcac. Yeah, anyway, problem exists between the keyboard and the chair. Yes, that'll be me. Now, the other one, another Arturia one, only because I love their products for this type of music. It's really, really nice. Augmented voices. Again, the strings, piano and voices are actually recorded voices but mixed with a synth and done through a synthesizer. So it's more pads type style and that sort of thing you can get. Again, there is so many, here it is, presets. It's hard to go through all of them. I have yet to go through them, but at least I have favorited quite a lot. So Angel Dreams this time sounds pretty good. I might actually turn that up a bit. It seems a bit quiet for now. Analog Lab is, I've just put that here because it's just an easy way. This is again is Arturia. You can actually use this to access all the sounds and everything, but I wanted to show you the sound banks that are also half price. And you can see that these are some that I own and these are some I don't own, and there's the half price price there. And yes, there are some that I don't own, but there are lots that I do. And not all of them are for pigments. Some of them are for different instruments, but I thought I'd just put that there to show you all the different presets for their different software. So take a look at their website. Just Google Arturia. I didn't put the link to their website below. You can do that. I'm okay. It's Arturia. You find stuff. I do like their pigments synthesizer because it's come back. It is quite technical, and so I don't look at that again. It's all about the presets, and I've got lots of presets. So those packs that you saw for half price, some of them have like 70 presets, some have 150 presets, and they're like $5 or $10 each or whatever. So each time they have a sale, I might get another one or two, that sort of thing. And I know, Ashley, you've actually got the Carpenter one that I did my, I used before, which is an amazing sound. Yes. Yeah, Arturia's got so much. It's so cool. And you can, the good thing about this is I've used the colour blue to create a blue ambient list. So I've got, this is my purple Halloween, and I think this is one. So I did use that in Goodbye Brother, the music that I did for that QTube clip, because it's John Carpenter inspired, and I absolutely love that. So, you know, that's for Halloween. Every Halloween track I will ever write will probably have that. Oh dear. Anyway, this time round we're using something called Corona, which is really nice. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I think a lot of these will have to be sort of melded, mashed, no, crossfaded, fade in, fade out. The whole idea behind, so there's the research that I looked at, and I might do a video on this as a topic. There's a paper done in Europe, I can't remember, Norway, I think it was, by a university there, that about happy music and music that has things like heavy metal and detracts you from whatever you're doing around you or whatever, that keeps you awake and motivates you and keeps you happy, whereas ambient sort of music is supposed to not have anything that is, you know, it's supposed to be all sort of one level and not anything that jumps out, and that's why, you know, no percussion, lots of pads and lots of soft sounds, so it doesn't detract from anything. So let's see if that one is okay. We'll put Corona in that one. So we'll just change the name so I can keep track of which one it is. I think that's Corona. Haven't chosen anything for the second one. So we'll go to the list for this one and we'll go to this one again and see if we can find something. It's only a short list. So let's see. That's nice. A gentle wave. I do like that. Let's have that one. Done. I like it when I make quick decisions. It's all about speed. Get it done, get it done. Okay. So a gentle wave, Corona, evolution. No, let's try that. Hold and rise. Oh. You've got to actually double click, don't you? So that should have been gentle wave. Yeah, so that's gentle wave. That's the one I want. Silly me. Evolution. That could be good at the beginning and maybe the end. So let's go with that. So I'm liking that, evolution, because these will all be played at different times throughout, I think. Let's go for, again, all I've done is got 5 tracks of pigments to come up with some different sounds. Hold and rise up. Very similar to the last one. Just try it. Have I done the wrong track again? Sort of a string sort of sound. We've got the strings already, so maybe not that one. It's a very good, oh, it's got a long reverb tail. That's a nice one to put underneath perhaps because it's got a really good attack. It's not too slow, maybe? I don't know. Memory of You, Nocturne. No, not what I'm going for. That's not too bad. Don't like the buzz in there though. I think that could be a bit detracting. See how this lit up there? So if I move the mod wheel, I'll just move it with my mouse, it'll change the sound. Let's go up a bit. Cool, huh? Like that one. Now I've got a few love hearts for favourites here. Space Cake. That could be nice. I'm thinking about Space Cake. As you would. I mean, why wouldn't you think of Space Cake? Space Cake. And lucky last, just in case, I like to have a bit of a selection. Might use them, might not, but that's okay. We'll set it up and see how we go. There's two more. You Are Beautiful. Aw, thanks. And if we liked something, just as an example, yeah, I love the names too. They're really cool. And yes, it is nice and tranquil. If we go back to here and we go, oh, You Are Beautiful, that's really good, but I don't like the wavy bits. How can I change the wavy bits? Well, this is the wavy bit here, and we can, the harmonics, we can turn it off. Ah, okay. Filter 1 up there is the one that's doing it. You see the knob going backwards and forwards all the time? Let's turn that off. Maybe. So you can alter it if you wanted to. And I know there's videos out there on how to use this and how to learn how to use the synthesizers. Like, well, most synthesizers are fairly similar. They have filters and envelopes and LFO and all sorts of things you can do. And it's presets. I like presets, but I do like to tweak every now and again and play with knobs, as you do. So let's go for the last one. Let's try Zero Gravity. Do you like that? And what does that's opening up the mod wheel. I like the mod wheel down, I think. That's really nice. I like that. So we'll go with that one, I think. So we've picked out a few. We may or may not use all of them. Got a bit of a space theme here. Now the other thing that sounds really nice, I think, and it's a personal preference, is a cowbell. We haven't got a cow. I think a cowbell would be too much. Let's leave that to other music and the Christmas carols from last week. With the naughty elves wishing everyone Merry Christmas, the end of songs and ringing cowbells. I think one of the instruments, well, there's a few instruments that I think is nice in ambient type music, and that's certainly the harp. I do like the harp, and again, Sydney Samples have some amazing sampled instruments, and it just sounds absolutely gorgeous. It's lovely. So I do like the harp. That can be really a lovely ambient atmospheric type sound, just to bring a little bit of melody in, just to sort of not drive the music, but just keep it moving. Otherwise it gets very same. And I think there's a fine line between ambient music and music that detracts and music that is completely boring and utterly, I don't want to hear it anymore. So you still got to find that variety and interest without poking through this ambient sound. So that's the challenge. That's the challenge here. Now, woodwinds absolutely is a flautist. My favourite is a flute, and I thought, laws, I haven't used this. No, I did use it in something, I think, but I did do a nature video that I videoed myself. That's right, yes, that in my links and my description and things and my other YouTube videos, I did do one of the natural shrubbery, the bushland near my home, Wadjuk country, as the Indigenous people call it. So Laws has some amazing, again, presets, and this is Native Instruments, by the way. I think it is part of one of the higher, later versions of Contact 14, maybe. You'd have to check that out. Their sale, I think, has just finished, the one in the year that has the cheapest of everything. But I do like this, but you can have more, less, width, panning. You can do a whole range of things, and you can choose different instruments. Here, there's a fiddle, cello, nickel harper, hurdy-gurdy, medieval pipes, double bass, shakuhachi, I think I've pronounced that correctly, trumpet, clarinet, soprano, sax, baritone, sax and alto flute. And combining them in a small range here comes up with some interesting sounds. And they've also got voice. So, and you can, with the voice, there's different presets within each one. So you have a preset of the voice, you can change each one individually, you can do all sorts of things to combine it. But I was playing around earlier and I found this one, and as you go up and down on the keyboard in that range, it changes whether you've got more or less of each instrument and the vocal lines that are sung. So it's going to be a bit tricky to program that one in the MIDI, but we'll see how we go. And there's different articulations too, so if you don't like that, you can change it. So that one, for example, is that the, oh no, there we go. So that's the alto flute. So we can change that to be more of an organic sound. So there's all sorts of different sounds. I like that one, expressive winds. That's nice. So we can have that one. The voice, we've got congregation, and it's mixed. So where's the voice coming in? So if we turn those two off, and we're not hearing the voice at all with any of those, which is interesting, which we should. And you can change this for the panning and for the balance in between. That's what that coloured mist is as well, so it's really cool. I'm just going to work out how. Solo is the selected instrument. Okay. Right, so that's what the S is. It's not coming through at all. I don't know why. And it should. Bizarre. Okay, maybe it's melded in with the other instruments. There we go. I think it's taking a little while to load too. I want some really just subtle. That's really cool. But okay. That's right. So there's, you can scroll down. There's the more. So actually we can do it from here. I think it's taking a long time to load. Some of these files are quite large. Oh, they're not coming up. One of the two. Requiem, I think this is the one I tried earlier that was good. I think that works. Let's go with that. Let's take the solo off. let's put these, let's put these back on. Solo off. That should bring them all together. So it's voice, alto, flute playing at the same time. And then you can adjust the balance here, whether you want more or less. So we can have less voice and more flute. So it does sound nice, but the shakuhucha, that's hard to say, isn't coming in there at all. So let's solo that and let's pick a sound for that one. That Expressive Winds, I think, was a good one from before. So that's a lovely, lovely sound. So I might save this as a preset. Oh, you can also roll the dice and get random things too. It's like, So how do I say? Please enter a name for your snapshot. There we go. Ambient laws. That sounds good, doesn't it? Ambient nature laws. There we go. So that's the name of the track, is Ambient Nature. Let's save that. There you go, Ambient Nature laws. So now if I go here, there's the factory ones and there's the user ones. It's very cool. So now I can use this again in another track if I wish. Okay, so let's unsolo that. So we should have now and what you can do is you can pan this to the left a little bit, have this in the center and pan this to the right a little bit. Let's play this. Isn't that lovely? And it just, the samples in the instrument are amazing. And if you wanted to, you can, could, for EQing and panning and balance and all the rest of it, you could then create 3 tracks of this and turn 2 off of each one. So create the track, turn the voice and alto flute off and just have the shakuhachi, and then the next one turn those 2 off and have the voice, and then the last one turn these 2 off and have the alto flute, if you wish to. There's a lot of options in that one. Let's leave it as that for now. We've created our own preset and hopefully that will work. Phew. Now, another instrument, a more simple one, is the Ventus pan flute, which is beautiful. It is one of the more highly rated pan flute virtual instruments. It's got some lovely sounds and samples. Again, it's like the harp. I really like the pan flutes. So listen to this. It's just gorgeous. It sounds so lovely. So you've got the samples there. You can change things. You can have more vibrato. You can have flutters. You've got different microphones. There's a lot of things that you can change. And you've got key switches as well. It's really cool. It's a really, really cool instrument. So it works in the contact player. But it sounds lovely. It's just beautiful. So pan flute's definitely one of the instruments that I do like with ambient music. Now, pan flute sounds like gaming music from your old Commodore 64, Leisure Larry. Well, there you go, Leisure Larry. He was sitting there leisurely. I do remember that game many, many years ago. Right. So I'll have to, I think, because you're a gamer too, Ashley, I believe. Let me know otherwise, but I too love gaming, so I might actually do a week or two of playing games but focusing on listening to the music in the games, which I think is good because Think Space Education, of course, I'm not sponsored by them or anyone, but I have signed up for several of their short courses when they're on sale. Again, everything's on sale. Keep an eye out. If you go to their website and have a look, they've got a brand new one, which is all about a short course about how to write music for video games, which is completely different because you have to use the engine which tells the music the triggers of when to play and everything for certain actions happening in the game, which is really, really cool. I haven't got that course yet. Watch this space, it might happen soon. But we might do a few streams on listening to gaming music because like I did the trance music and the music for trailer music, you have to listen to it. Similarly with ambient and relaxing atmospheric type music. You got to listen to it to understand it. Now, the first thing we need to do is change the tempo. So 120 beats per minute, a little bit fast. We want it between, ideally, 50 to 80. So we want it around a resting heart rate. I'm more of the slower speed, around 60. Which is the average resting heart rate. Some people are faster, some people are slower. That's all okay. You got to be you, and that's fine. Let's try for 60 and see if it works. Otherwise, we might bump it up. Guy on his video, click your bits below. While you're there, like, subscribe, ring the cowbell. It really helps the channel. It's growing slowly, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Good, it's good. More cowbell. Guy Michelmore in the clicker bits below, he did his on at 80 beats per minute. So we'll see how it goes. Let's put it at 60 and see if that is too slow. I'm going to play it. I'm going to put the metronome on. You can't hear the metronome, and that's okay. It's best if you don't, because it's annoying sometimes. But I'll be able to hear if I can think of something. Yeah, I think so. Yep, I can do 60. That works. Okay, so let's come up with sound. We've almost come to the end of our hour already. Unbelievable. So I think the piano, the strings, 2 strings, because I want one panned left and right, and high strings, low strings. So I always do strings at least 2 lots. Augmented voices will just be a pad underneath. Analog lab is just for my reference, so we don't need to look at that. Because I need to probably remove that. Oh, excuse me. We don't actually need that there. That was just to show you the sound banks. From Arturia having a sale. Not sponsored, but go check them out. Let's listen to some of these and see which one will work to start us off. No, definitely not that. Now, while we have space and zero gravity down here, I'm thinking that may not fit anymore. Let's turn that one off. Let's... Too much to start off with. That's not too bad. More of a melody. That's nice. And we've got all of that. So I think zero gravity might be the one to do something with, and all we're going to do basically is put some chords in, pretty much. So let's bring up chord pads, and yeah, let's leave it in C major, and we're just going to go bar to bar to bar as bar bar black sheep. What I'll do is load chord pad set, and we're just going to set it to major scale of C because it's easy to play. It's my favourite. And then we're going to lock, so we've got a fifth. We're going to lock it in. Why don't I lock it in? No. I don't know how to do this again. Ha 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 ha. Nope. You know, I always press the wrong buttons every time on here. Lock all pads. The reason why I do that is because if every time I press on this, it will change the voicing. So you'll see the notes that are being played here. It will eventually change the voicing as I go up. It will change the voicing up the keyboard until it's all the way to the end. I don't want that. So yes, that hour did go extremely fast. But let's get something here. So we want to probably start on. I have put the video, even though it's got a timer on it. I'll put the video starting bar 2 because we actually want to start the music half a bar beforehand, and then I always want at least half a bar for mastering fading in. So it's always good to move along. Even if it went over another bar, it would be okay actually. Might do that. While we're here, put that over there, lock the video in place, and that should be all okay. I go to the end there, yep, heaps of room. We've slowed it down, so it's not that many bars now, is it? Give a bit at the end. There we go. Okay. So, let's think of something. And we're going with zero gravity, I think it was. And, you know, the notes and everything was possibly changed, but at least we can get something in place. So let's start off with something low. And we want everything to go for 2 bars. So I might just duplicate everything to make life a little bit easier. And I was going to start earlier, wasn't I? There we go. So we can fade it in a bit. Yeah, because the video that I'll end up doing might have a bit of a title screen at the beginning, so that's okay. Right, so I don't want the keys pressed twice. I do want that extended. So what I want, there's a setting on here and I can't remember what the setting is to make it all longer. I'll just do that for now. I think there's a way to do it. Can't remember. That's okay, so we'll go C. Thinking. Yeah, that kind of works. I'm thinking of doubling up because it needs to be longer. Slow, ambient, atmospheric music is exactly that. It's slow and ambient. Let's go to A minor after that. And again, I'll just do that for now. And then E after that. 3, 4. I will probably play with these a fair bit to get something a little bit more interesting. F, A, G. So if I actually add in after here, add in a chord track, that'll probably be better. Because then I can put it in here of what I'm doing. So I've got C there, changed it to A minor there. Then I went a G there. This is more just as a notation for me, so I know when I'm writing the other pieces what chords I've done. And then I'm thinking after that, C, A minor, G, F maybe? Maybe. 2, 3, 4. So the rhythm is actually the note changes, becomes the rhythm, and it's very, very slow. But I just want to put there's a little bit of tension and then release. Go back. So what do I just do? C, A minor, G, F, I'm not sure. E minor. E minor there. And then that was an F there. E minor, that's what I wanted. Okay, so we've got that for, and then we've got E minor after that. It might work, it might not. Let's give it a whirl. We'll have a listen in a sec. And see if these chords work. Are we there yet? Let me go C again. E, G, C, C, D. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4, and then that'll be the end. So that works out okay. So I think we've got it. Let's, as we're finishing this show, that went awfully quick, but we have picked out our sounds for this track. Again, I'm going to use this as a template for the future. Not the chord progression per se, but just the instruments that I've selected. And that goes past the end there, so we can fade it out. Yeah, not necessarily the chords, melody, or anything like that, but at least we've got a bit of a start. So let's save it. Yay, we've made a start. So if you've liked this video, and I hope you have, do the like and subscribe and the clicky bits. It really does help me out. I've said this for a little while now. I have had some personal issues and some health issues in the past couple of months, so I'm getting my life back on track, shall we say, and spending more time in the studio. So I'm feeling better, so I'm all good. But I wasn't the best for a little while. So getting back on track is always good, and ambient music in nature helps with that. So look, I hope you're all doing well. And on that happy note, let's get rid of my little mug from this, and let's get the video up. Let's play this, and so you can watch it as I go out. And look, thanks for joining me, Ashley. Thanks for saying hi. I will see you in the next video. If you choose to join me, I'll be putting, if you've subscribed, watch out shortly. If you've rung the little notification bell, you'll see the notification for part 2 of nature, ambient type, Guy Michelmore's Starling type music stuff. Hopefully this works. First listen. Comment below if it works or doesn't work. I'm always open to suggestions. It's a creative thing. It's all good. Right, I've saved it. All right, let's get rid of me. Until then, a bit more. Take care.